Okay, in the previous lecture, we have seen the friction, then types of friction, static and dynamic friction. Okay, then we have discussed the laws of the friction. So now we will solve some simple problems on the friction. So here we have one block of weight 1500 Newton. So this block is kept on the horizontal surface as shown in figure. Okay, so this block is being pulled by applying a force P. So this force P, it acts at 30-degree angle with respect to the x-axis. Okay, so question is we have to determine the force P for the motion to just impend. So find the force P for motion just to impend. Okay, just to impend means motion will just start once it exceeds the limiting frictional force. Okay, so this is the given condition. The coefficient of static friction, that is a mu s, it is equal to 0.3. Also coefficient of kinetic friction is given, that is equal to 0.2. But for this condition, motion to impend, we have to just use the coefficient of static friction. Okay, because at this condition, the given object is not completely in the motion. It is on the verge of motion. Okay, so if the object is completely in the motion, that is the dynamic condition, then we can use the coefficient of kinetic friction. Okay, so first step is draw the free body diagram. So for the free body diagram, isolate that block from its surrounding. So surrounding here is just a surface on which that block is kept. So this block, its weight is 1500 Newton. So W is given 1500. Okay. Then external force is nothing but the force P. So it is acting at an angle 30-degree. This is the normal reaction which is offered by the surface on the block, and the direction of impending motion, it will be towards the right side. So this is the direction of the impending motion. So meaning of impending motion is because of this force P, if the object starts moving, then the possible direction of the motion will be towards the right side. Okay, so we can show this vector like this as a impending motion. Okay, now resolve this force P. So this is the x component, that is will be P cos theta, and this is the y component, P sin theta, that is P sin 30. Okay, so because of this force P, the surface will offer the resisting force to the motion, and this force is nothing but the limiting frictional force, that is the F max. We use F max value only for this condition, just to impend. That means at this condition, frictional force will be the maximum frictional force. So you can observe this graph. This is the friction. This is the external force. And this is the relation. This is the maximum force. After maximum force, friction will decrease, and then it will maintain the constant value for the further motion. Okay. So this value is nothing but the F max. And F max, it is the limiting frictional value. It is at the condition when the object is on the verge of motion or motion will just impede. Okay. So F max we can write it is a mu s into normal reaction. Okay. So from this free body diagram, we can use the conditions of equilibrium to find out the P value. So after this problem is just like a equilibrium. Okay. So you can apply the conditions of equilibrium. So first is summation fx0. So for summation fx0, we have P cos 30 minus F max. It is equal to 0. Then use summation fy is equal to 0. So for summation fy, we have normal reaction minus 1500 plus P sin 30. It is equal to 0. Okay. So this F max, it is nothing but the P cos 30 minus mu s. So mu s is 0.3 into normal reaction. So this is equal to 0. So you can give this equation 1. From this equation, we can write P sin 30 plus n. It is equal to 1500. So you can give this equation 2. Okay. So if you observe in the first equation, P and n. In the second equation, also we have P and n. So you can solve this equation simultaneously. Okay. And then you will get the value for P and the normal reaction. Okay. So solve these two equations simultaneously and get the value of P and n. So you can give the answer in the chat box. The force P, this is 442.9 Newton, and the normal reaction, it is 1278. Okay, so you can check this answer P and N. So required answer is unknown force P, so that the motion will just impede. So you can note down the second problem. So in this problem, a block of weight 1000 Newton is kept on the rough inclined surface. Force P is applied parallel to the plane. Okay, so determine the force P required. So determine the force P for the motion to just impede in the upward direction. along the plane. Okay. So meaning of last sentence is motion to just impend in the upward direction along the plane. That means what should be the value of P so that the block will start moving in the upward direction along this plane. So to solve this problem, first draw the free body diagram. So this is the given block. And this dotted line, it represents the plane. Okay, so first force acting on this block, it is nothing but the weight. So this is the weight exactly acting in the y direction. Okay, so here this is the y direction and this is the x direction. So you can draw this x and y just as a reference. So this vector, that is a weight, which is equal to 1000 Newton, is acting parallel to the y direction. Then next is the external force. So this is the P force. Okay. Then there will be normal reaction like this. So this normal reaction is perpendicular to the block or to the surface. And as the block is moving in the upward direction, so this is the impending motion. So frictional force will be in the opposite direction, that is in the downward direction. So this is the frictional force. So this is the limiting frictional force, that is nothing but the F max, which is equal to mu s into normal reaction. So mu is given, that is equal to 0.15 into normal reaction n. Okay. So when you solve this problem by using conditions of equilibrium, then we can assume x and y axis like this, or we can assume this inclined plane as a x-axis. So I will draw here. This inclined plane is nothing but the x-axis, and this will be the y-axis. Okay. So by any method, that is by using this x and y axis or this x and y axis, you can resolve the forces. Okay. So first we will try to resolve the forces by referring this axis. X axis is along the plane and y axis perpendicular to the plane. So P force is parallel to x axis. So no need to resolve that force. W force, we have to resolve this force. So draw one vector parallel to x axis. So this will be the x component. Draw second vector parallel to this y axis. So this is the y component of the weight force. Similarly, this normal reaction is acting exactly in the y direction to this y axis. So no need to resolve that normal reaction. Okay. So for W, you can refer this angle 30 degree. Okay. So this 30 degree. So this angle will be same, that is 30 degree. Okay. So you can find out that angle. Just you have to extend this and extend this line. Okay. So this angle is 90 degree. This is 30 degree. So this will be 60 degree. Okay. Now in this right angle triangle, from this point, so this right angle triangle, this is 60, this is 90. So this will be 30 degree. Okay. So now you can resolve. So its y component will be 1000 cos 30. X component will be 1000 sin 30. Okay. So now use summation fx0. So for summation Fx0, first is the frictional force in the x direction, and it is on the negative x direction. So minus F max, then minus 1000 sine 30, okay, and plus force P, it is equal to 0. So F max is nothing but the 0.15 into n. So I will write here. This is 0.15 into normal reaction. This is minus 1000 sine 30 plus P. This is equal to 0. Okay. So just rearrange this equation. So we will have P minus 0.15 n. This is equal to 1000 sine 30. Okay. So this will be 500. So you can give this equation 1. Then for second equation, summation Fy, it is equal to 0. So for summation Fy, this normal reaction is along this y-axis. Okay. So plus n minus this 1000 cos 30 in the negative y direction. Okay. So only two forces in the y direction. So equal to 0. So from this n is equal to 1000 cos 30, and that is equal to 866 Newton. So put this value in this equation, that is equation 1, and then you will get the force P,